This move looks slow, but it cannot be bad. I think at this point everything is fine, and I feel like in this game Fuseki was relatively fine. Like there was no really big mistakes. It feels like everything was balanced. Yeah, I mean you can also answer. Maybe you can also play here if you want, or here. I think at this point it doesn't really matter that much. And up to here you can maybe even finish Joseki with C. I think it also would be an option. To be honest, it depends what you like. I like this more, especially when I have a ladder. I think white have to take. If you take like this, then maybe white have to play something like this or something. I don't know. It's a problem that you have a ladder there. So if you have a ladder, if you play a normal one, then it's just too good. So maybe just better to take like this. This is just okay. This is what I would play, but it's not really worse or better than this. I think this is completely fine. It's a bit slower, but it's not worse for sure. It depends on the style. This is also okay. Yeah, why not? And this is, I also think this is correct. You have to play something. What else is an option? Is R7 interesting when it's already L3? It's a very big move. It's like, yeah, L3, that's true. It makes it a bit less interesting, but not that much. You don't really rely that much on attack of these stones most of the times. And by itself, if there is nothing big, this move is really okay because it's on the edge of two moyos. It's for black and white. Black is building and white is building. So by itself, it's really good shape, makes corner strong, and it's like limits a bit wide and creates extra for black. So overall, it's okay. Very rarely I can see that move at A can be worse than other big move. Usually it's at least as good, or maybe like 1 point mistake maximum what I saw. But you can get it a mistake only when you have a fight. Then it's like strange to play big move, but this big move is pretty good. This is Joseki. I'm not sure. Maybe I want to push here, like as white. I don't know. Maybe like this. Try to use it more. Like you really want to have it on the right to have this kind of. I feel like the right shape is not as good as it seems. So I want to push once more. And usually it's center, and usually you can get even this result. And then Keima looks good. I think sometimes I saw also some people play like this, for example, and then you finish your shape. This is okay. This is also fine. And this way, it feels like, but black is stronger, but white shape is also, yeah, it's not center, but your shape is stronger. So this is okay. Sometimes I also played like this, and this is fine. I'm not sure about the order, maybe like this. Like you have to play like this, I think. Yeah, and then go with it. Because later I'm not sure. But I think even like this it should be good, to be honest. But corner is big. If you capture a corner like this, maybe like this is okay, but still. Okay, this move, not sure I would play here. Maybe I would play this to just try to play around that, or maybe some point. And also, I'm not planning to cut. Cut, you always get a sacrifice, so it's not good, but you play Hane, and there is no real good answer on Hane. And that's the goal for black. And this is usually a point. On this one, I think I can just cap, and this is really a problem. I mean, I'm pretty sure white should cap first, no matter what you do, and after that, I don't know. Like, let's say black will play here. Okay, then we can consider to defend. Like, this is way better than just defend. Yeah. Like this is just a safe way, I would say. Okay. Also, here, as white, I think maybe for black is better even to jump. Once more, jump and jump. This would be more natural. On this one, you push on your regroup. So for white, it's just enough to jump also. Jump, there is no next move. Like you want to play here, then it's tiger mouse. If you want to play other way, also kind of. So here, probably after this, you need to run with the strange shape. I don't know really what to do. I don't like this Hane. It's give you more points, but it's not like gives you way more points also. Here, more likely this is cash for black. This. So you don't need like extra 10 points there. So I don't really like this. It went out good because white Hane and black cut. Now it's more or less reasonable. But if I jump, I think it's a problem. Also here, just like this. I think this was some kind of really bad exchanges for white. I think in this position, always these stones are way more important. Like this for the game, but these stones, these two, are way more important than other stones. And I feel like you can just build the shape with them, and now it's good. But after these exchanges, to be honest, I don't know why you need them just right away, but it's like a huge minus. Now I think black can even try to play Atari, and let's say here, and you need to jump. And then this is like a, maybe like this also you can play. This you can exchange, or this is a big problem. After 5, I don't know, and you cannot play this. This is too much. Already after these exchanges, before maybe not, but this is you just make a group near your weak group very strong. And now of course white will suffer a lot here. You can keep that. I don't think that black, even if black play this, it's not that big deal. I play here, okay. I think this is would be the fight, and it's okay for white. Okay, let's move on. It's my variation. Well, so basically, yeah, that was the chance for white to play like this. I mean, maybe like this, and Atari cut, or just maybe this way. It's even better. Hard to decide. Okay. Here another, I would say, proverb for black: if you cannot block, don't block. So here in the game, this was the game, and black didn't manage to, black tried, but in reality it's not really blocked. And I think at this point it's not really worth to try. Just extend and extend again, and maybe defend. For example, it's okay not to block if you cannot. Like this, I think if white cuts here, it's just a problem, like really a problem. On this one, maybe white can defend with empty, which creates another problems. Yeah, it's like sometimes you have to block, but here, you know, it's not also important area. I think all these exchanges, it's just probably even good for black. And so then these stones are closing, like not really in a good position. But in reality, if you play kind of flex, sometimes you have to block. For example, in this situation, you cannot already say I will not block. It's obvious this is really bad. But as far as you just do it now, when it's not that clear that white destroy something, maybe you don't need this area, like here, all this area. If you don't need that, maybe you just take cash, and suddenly you make your plan flexible, and you uh, just get a wall instead of that, and then it's easier. Yeah, also this Atari was strange. Like, you can imagine that this is center, more or less. So playing here right now looks strange. I mean, I'm not sure how big is the center, but I would rather, like, there is so much agi, especially if you play here. I think right now it's center. So right now I would answer. So it's very strange direction. And yeah, okay, this one, I think you have to play here still. Like, you need to have a really, really special case not to play there. And even if you already play, you need to continue like this. This is okay. If you hope to capture, and the plan is just to capture, then it might be fine. But if you just give up and then play a slow move, like give up Ponuki, play a slow move, I don't know. Now for white looks like possibility to really win the game just by leaving with these stones. So you just need to leave. Maybe some move like this. And like, this is Ponuki. You don't really want to play from that Ponuki. You kind of, it just helps. It makes the position strong. There is no really center moves on the top right. So you can consider this as a wall. And here as white, I would consider this only if I am sure that like this I win. Like, if I count points, and I count like this, that is way enough for white, then I play. In this position, it's not like this. I mean, this is not good for white. White just have not enough. And then you just can play here, and I don't know, you can just run like this. Kosumi is not good, maybe like this. And then, yeah, it's way easier. Yeah, maybe sacrifice, but also I wouldn't even sacrifice here. I think it's okay to fight. Maybe you can Atari here and then try to play like this. And then this I also don't like. I think you can just play normally. It's not really that, like, yeah, you will get a bit less points, but also you can jump here maybe. And then even if white will leave, it's not like end of the world also. Because you leave, maybe you will get this move and white will leave small. I think this is also a possibility. Other option to give 2 stones, I'm not really sure. Maybe this is also okay. Play like this, and try to play some Keima. Play like this. This is probably the same what will be in a game, just to reinforce. So maybe also okay, but I really don't. I'm not fan of this. I prefer just already to fight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that feels like just a big territory for black. Okay. Is it necessary? It feels like we can just play here. Yeah, I mean, there is nothing at all. So it's just 5 points. 5 point center, which is big, but not like huge. Yeah. Then there was some exchange. Okay. I think up to here, black is winning really safe. I mean, I think this game black won, not won, but was close to win by, but make a blunder in the end. I feel like, yeah, about this, you can just cut also. I think I would cut. I don't see a clear way how to punish this, so maybe you can capture this, but this is Gotha, so it's not really a problem. I mean, I don't know, maybe you can get some center moves even, like some cut. I don't know if it's necessary, maybe like this, or maybe you just play Kosumi and you take not smaller. This would be way easier. Okay. We have some exchanges. I'm not sure about that, but if you need as black, but why not? And also, I would for sure answer here. I think this is the easiest way to win the game, just like that. And on the cut, we just give what they ask. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. So we capture, I mean, you can leave, you can play here, and then leave on the top. I think there is no problem with liberty. This was easy way to solve it. This way a bit more complicated, but it also worked. Yeah, and this was a blunder. You can just defend here, and this is game over. Just have enough liberties. Yeah, and after this is 30 points blunder, it's not possible to win, of course. Yeah, it's sad. Sometimes happens. I think it happened on Biomi probably, so, or maybe no, you play a Fisher, so I don't know. Just maybe lose focus. And yeah, it's painful to lose like this. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, more or less, it's hard to keep focus till the end. Here, it's just a blunder. I think this is the worst way to lose the game. I really don't like to lose a game with blunders like this. I mean, it's okay by points, by some pressure, but this is, yeah, this is feels not good. So this is like if you have a, if it's not one time, I mean, one time is okay maybe per month or per, I don't know, depends how many games. Let's say one blunder per 30, 50 games, it's okay. But if you have more, then yeah, then you need to focus on that. This is the easiest way to win the games. I mean, such a big blunders, like in the end game, let's say. This is, you need to focus. You need to try to overread your position, and then yeah, I think I also have blunders, but it's like 1 point, 2 points. Such a big blunders when I lose 20 points with one move. I cannot imagine maybe sometime it happens. I mean, if this happens, probably I will remember it like for 2 years or something. Yeah. Okay. Let's go further. Maybe you have questions here. Okay. Let's go then further to the next one. So this is the next game. So this is the game between Robin Bacardats and Emmanuel Faubry. So this is fine. Also, if you like to play this shape, you can. It's very difficult to punish. I think you need to play something like this, and there is some cut. What to do? I think that something like this is a punish, but I'm not really familiar with this. So if you would play this for me, I think this is the best white can do, and then some cut. Yeah, I think there's something like this, and try to play around some ladder that you have, or maybe just ask. I think this is like this, but it's not so easy. Maybe even here you can consider to just capture even without ladder, something like this. It looks okay for white. And on this you can go with, maybe here you can extend. Looks easy. So on this one, you just give up a stone. It's not that easy as I thought. 18 is annoying, and maybe there is a problem. Maybe not. It doesn't look easy at all. I'm not sure it works. Somehow, maybe it's kind of okay even like this. Maybe you have some cool moves like here. Who knows? Don't know if it's even good. To be honest, I'm not sure. I think maybe you get 7. This is also happens that you can just have 7, 8 and play here, and this is already okay for white because there's so much agi. It's not working directly, but it should be okay. To be honest, you can play it, but you can also skip it. It's not really. Oh, you can even maybe play here. I think this is also should be one of the variations. One thing that this is, yeah, that you can also answer. It's like 1 point less, and it's in order that black can play well with this shape. It's not that easy. So overall, it's okay to play like this as white. I played like this as white a lot of times. It's okay-ish. It's fine. Okay. This was also fine. Yeah, good. This is also good. I think here maybe I would just play immediately this. It's really big point for both. And now I want to turn. Well, there is a ladder, so I don't know how to make it. Maybe I would play it immediately, like now, just even now, and try to get this. And I would play Atari. Or yeah, or I don't know, maybe the different order, play Atari first and then play this to make it annoying, and then maybe you can even try to cut, but it's not really necessary. It just hurts a lot with the shape, and I think this is important to play as early you can. Okay, this is fine. Here, I don't really understand this move. In my reality, this is something strange. Why? I don't know. I wouldn't just even think right now. I mean, probably a black can kill it, and black kill it like this. And this also is just a minus. More or less minus. You play inside, your opponent just block you. It's not good. So, yeah, here I feel like should be something different. Also about this, I am not sure it's necessary right now. It's also even black defense. You make just black super strong, so you kind of give up some points here right away. Not all, but some, and you can do it later also. Later it's also more or less center. Yeah. So this is big. Okay. Okay. Why not? Maybe now as black, I would just create another group. Like overall, everything is fine. Maybe on the bottom, maybe the way how you did in the game, it was okay, just a bit different way. Okay, let's say like this. Yeah, and now this is fine, but the sequence is we play Atari and we extend here. Yeah, and this is fine. And 4 is okay. And 4 is also fine, but in this shape you try to use this, and this is correct. But you need to play this, and extend, which is center, and then you attach. And then you attach again, and then you go like this. And then it's way harder to answer. I think white have to play it, and then you can extend again, you can connect the corner. This is the correct shape, and it's very difficult to answer for white. Sometimes I saw white try to kill it like this. This is also an option. And here you need to create a corner with more or less a lot of liberties, and then try to cut. This might be a bit more problematic. Might be really not that easy way. Maybe like this. I'm just thinking, what is the other option? I think maybe you can even play N4. Just globally, it looks okay. Maybe it's okay even to play here, for example. Is it like you can just go through? Or there is a cut, maybe like this. So this is also an easy way to go through, and maybe it's just enough. I think if you can go through, you don't need to even invade there. Maybe just playing okayish is also fine to answer, and the way you played with the cut was not good. Like this is we cannot give up. I mean, it's not really possible. I think you have to play here now, and then maybe try to do something. Like maybe this is not. I'm not really sure. Maybe like this. This I like more. Maybe you will have another moves. Maybe also without 1-2. Even this is more or less alive, I think. Can you live like this? I think this way should be alive. At least I remember so, but maybe you can try to kill it. Some kind of Tsumengo. Don't really remember if it's alive or not. Looks like this. It doesn't look like alive. So R8 looks weird. R8, yes, R8 should be attached for sure. Like even like this, it should work better. Even this attach, and then here, then it's fine. Then it's center. This is what's got. I think if you get this, wait, this and this and this, you can just play here and relatively is okay. But if it's really worth it, I think the direction is not really good. I think by direction I like more this move, this one. I think this would be better by direction, even though locally probably that variation is better. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks not good. Also, maybe we just jump. I'm not sure, but I think you can jump and try to fight. This is fine. Just letting to leave white so easily looks not good. Also, white can play maybe Kusumi first. Is it center? No, it's not. Maybe like this. This, and then connect, just to avoid this easy way of connecting. This is annoying. If white can get this, now you get like few points less. Okay. Maybe for white, I think this one is better. Like very hard to imagine. It's very hard to imagine, yeah, that empty is working. To be honest, but you have to do something as black. That's correct. That's good. But and also this sequence is also fine. Maybe now you can even go with a harder one, like this and Atari. I think should be alive. Let's assume it's not. It's not that easy to kill this. I think. Maybe it's not so hard, but you can push in center. Maybe you can push again in center. I don't know. Is it easy to kill or not? Let's say we play here. Feels like it's not that easy. So, and also if you are behind, this is a good all-in play. Like this, I feel like just white get everything. I would play like this only if I know that I'm ahead. Otherwise, there is no need. It's better to try to do something. Okay. Yeah, here was a chance to kill, but happens. This is another about the blunder. If I would die with a group like this, again, I would think what went wrong, because this is really painful to lose the game like this in one move. Yeah, and then here kind of I think the game is in a in white advantage, but white should just answer or don't play there. I think just blocking here is enough, and then the game more or less over. Yeah, But again, that's another blunder. No, I mean, black could win the game earlier, so it was kind of two. Yeah, and black got one, and it was enough. And then endgame, and nothing really special. Do you have questions about this? Okay, let's continue then. About blunders, I think you just need to really focus a lot on like try to overread, try to remember in your games, just try to see the variation and try to read one more time. Let's say like this, have some habit, or not habit, like just think like this, count the variation, and then let's say we count one more time to be sure that the variation is working, and then it's at least um, will make it like it will cut it half at least, and that then it's easier, and then at some point it just becomes better and better because I don't know, I think a lot of people underestimate that, but you also need to work on just making less blunders, and it's not depends on the age or on something, it's just on how you use your counting. For example, if you just do it precisely, count, you have combination, then you can think you can also check other part of the board, and then you count again, is it working, like with a fresh view, then it might help also. But try to always try yourself, and it helps, and this is really can help with blunders. Okay. So this is sorry, this is a game Emmanuel Faubry against Matthew Cable. Um, so we have this Joseki. I think this kind of the game with some overplays. Like this is an overplay, and I also use this move a lot. It's locally worth 2 points instead of this. Just playing here, and the best way is just not to do anything. At some point, black have to add a move, and but shape is not ideal. And playing on the top is good, and right now white gets some advantage. Okay, connection, and also here you always need to like this is something which very difficult for me to understand. So here I just go with AI. I very often, like I think before AI, I played this kind of type of Hane. And when AI just, you shall start to review the games with AI, just this Atari by itself, uh, it just makes the black shape way worse. And even though you manage to get your Hane, you manage to get your Atari, but you really suffer a lot with the shape, and it's not really worth it. And the same as this move, and this one is kind of two of them, is some minus, I think 2 or 3 points each. And now white is comfortably ahead. And this was, yeah, this is okay. I think here white probably is good. Also about playing A or B, I don't know why you need to play connection, to be honest. Why not here? It's strange. I think you can also play this. There is no really big difference. Maybe with this move works worse, but I don't have any clue. I think it works same. It's just less points, so I think R17 looks slow. Okay, so this is the game. This is fine. Also here, I think you are just most of the times just happy to answer. I don't see a good move for white or for black. Like let's say we play here, you can still fight. I mean this, and let's say this. Something like here, push. It's like it's impossible to keep top for black. So I don't know. I feel like maybe you can play it now if you want, or so okay, to play with a different order. Overall, it's not so important. I think white will anyway get a good result. Why I want to play one? I think it's just a bit locally better Joseki, like than this. So I'm always happy here to answer. This corner looks to me alive, strong, with a lot of potential. Yeah. This is a bit strange to play this kind of way. But okay. This is not really a big problem. Yeah. This is reasonable. This is also reasonable. Up to here, everything is fine. I think even black and white played reasonable moves. So probably white is still ahead from that Fuseki. Okay. And up to here, maybe you can just play easy. Just taking big moves. But I think it was the game, more or less. Okay. So at least, I mean, even now, I think it's not really a big deal. Again, you take another big move, this, not that one gives you cash. But again, there is still a bunch of edges, so maybe something works. Yeah. And now you need to do something. This attach looks strange and unnecessary. I'm not sure you want to play this way. Maybe by itself attach is not bad. But you need to follow up like this. I don't know, this, maybe this. And on the top some shape. How to make the shape on the top? Maybe just like this. Like this way it makes sense to play. You build left side and everything is okay. That Keima doesn't really make sense, to be honest. You didn't really get anything from it. And then after this cut, maybe you need to reinforce. And like this. Then it makes sense, but again, then why you start from the other side? And now I would be really want to play here. Don't know if it's possible with the touch on the right, but if black plays here, then it's for sure better to play this. You cut these 3 stones, and this is really a problem at this point. Also, maybe, I don't know how risky it is to play here. Just to ask, what is real situation? Like, it's not easy to answer about this move. And maybe later, I don't know if you want to play this, maybe even this is okay. But this exchange, maybe even like this, it looks dangerous for white. I'm not sure this group is alive. So maybe you can try like this. But this is also a bit on edge, so maybe you need to play first here, and then this would be easy. Okay. What to do next with this? So this works well. At least it looks like it works. Don't have any clue if it works or not. So what we can do? We can always play this. Don't know if it's good. Just maybe without that exchange. That was very bad one. Maybe like this we can play. Now, just to get more points. This looks like a good one. Then later you can also play A. Like A here. It would be center. So this would be a sacrifice. Maybe something like this. This. Then you get some points. I think this is okay. This looks fine. and later you, yeah. Problem that this one doesn't work, so you need to do something, yeah. Otherwise, also if black will just play directly, it also doesn't work. Maybe black could avoid this. I don't know if black could play here at some point, but black didn't, so yeah. I think this, you just went for the variation that doesn't work, and now suddenly situation goes in a black's favor. Like here, step by step, black just captured, and that's kind of a problem. But okay, now I'm not sure you need to play as deep as black. I think this is just good enough. Or again, just ask what to do. I think black would answer and go like this. It's already looks like a problem. I'm not sure, but I don't know how to answer on this. This is like, looks to me difficult. Or something like this again, this, and jump. This looks way easier to live when you are so strong. About this, I think white should just take that chance and go all in. I think this is not easy to live. Like, I'm not sure. Maybe you can get some like this. You can maybe get. This is. I'm not sure it's so good, but you know, it's like you get 4 and 2. It's the same as we ignore 4, like at A, but this exchange is really bad for black. And then you have center, so you can play something else. So this way, I think white is fine. Here, now it looks really difficult. Now the game looks almost impossible in my eyes. Yeah. This looks like a huge success for black, and up to now feels like black is winning. Also, always better to jump. I cannot even imagine a situation when it's not. You want to answer this, so maybe here you can answer like this if you want. So it's even more points. Okay. This is also we are giving points for, I don't know. I think it's just something that you start to do. And then also for black, why you need to kill. You capture a lot of stones just to connect. This is, it's not even necessary to play. I think when you kill one group, another group, way easier to just finish. This is, it might be possible. It was a Liberty race where it was one Liberty. I mean, black could just kill it. I think this Atari and this is just dead. Or not. Or maybe not. Maybe you need to play something like this to try and then cut. Yeah, maybe this one. Only this works. So it's not that easy as I thought, but yeah. Or this, and this should be also possible, yeah. For example. So it's possible to capture, so black didn't try, but now it's some semi with one liberty. Also, I don't understand why we don't answer. That's strange. Like, it gives you extra liberties no matter what. But okay. Ah, yeah, you answered. It's smart. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that was a core. Game was close. How to play this core? It's two-step core. Obviously, you don't have two core threads. So you need to kind of ignore it, maybe, or maybe start the call like this, like 1, 2, then you take, then you have two core threads in theory, but maybe this would be a core thread, and then something like capture, you play here, we capture, jump, let's say we capture, and we go like this. I don't know if it's enough. Maybe it's enough, but I think Blake is still relatively good. So it's probably at this point it's not possible to gain much. Maybe you can capture bottom stone. But yeah, like this, it's more likely game over. In the game, yeah, just tried something more interesting, didn't work. Yeah, but I think the idea was on the bottom. This was the main idea. Like here was playing this, and the other one, when you lose a fight, and here clearly white died. So yeah, just try to kill. Just try to go like this. It's don't be afraid. I think at this point it's more or less. I think I would feel good for black when I capture. I don't know what is the real status, but I feel like black is still winning. Feels like you have only one side. If black can live in that side, it's very difficult to find white points. Yeah. Okay. Do you have some questions about this one? Okay. Let's go to the next one. So this is the next one. So it's mid UK ball against Manuel Brasileiro. Yeah, let's start. Mm-hmm. Okay. Usually we play like this. This shape is still better. Maybe here you can. Maybe with this you want to play this and this, or some other move. I'm not really fan of that shape, so maybe it's okayish. The problem with this, I just know how to. As white later, you can just play this, this, and this. Yeah, and Atari, this connection. I think it's like this, and this kind of fight. Usually, you need to always follow that, and it's not always that easy. This is a trick, and that's why I'm not really fan of that shape. I think I just learned when I was studying in China. I learned how to really fight against it. Nowadays, I also go with this AI, and AI like that fight. But he thinks like when I was studying in China, it was good for white, and nowadays AI said that it's even, and black can also fight that fight that I showed. So it's like still possible shape, just less common, maybe like 0.4 or something, or 0.5 less from ideal shape. Okay, it looks strange. I mean, maybe it works, but I don't. I really want to play here, which probably slow. Be this. This would be the first one. Uh, yeah, it feels not good somehow, but I don't know. Maybe it works again with this kind of shape, and then it works okay. Looks fine, looks like a decent result. Okay, that feels slow. Also, you can just imagine, I think here something like Keima here would be more reasonable, or like push and Keima, or playing here also would be more reasonable. Like just imagine what 6-7 gives really for black. It's not much here. For black, P13 is good. It's good move. Just it's not center most of the times. And answering that move feels like a bit slow. This is a kind of the idea. But it's not like really bad, but I think it just not going through whole position. It's Moyo against Moyo, and this move is slow. I think maybe even for black, I'm not sure I would even play on the bottom. Maybe it's good just to play like this. Probably I would just create a shape like this, corner. Not okay. I mean, it's very similar. Just here now it's getting important. Maybe you get this. Now you can try to play this. Like you get some exchange. It's probably better than before. Now I would play something like this, maybe jump. It looks way more important than playing b18, even though b18 is big. But I think here Moya against Moya center becomes more important. This one is good. Maybe again, maybe I would play something like this. What is this? It feels like it's kind of center you want to answer, and then it's getting a bit wider. But yeah. Also, I wouldn't capture right now. You can do it a bit later. I don't think black is going to answer relatively near future. So again, maybe we lose something later. Maybe not. But these possibilities. This is good. Huh? That's fine. Okay. I mean, it's also okay. I wouldn't play like this. I'm more like I would play something like this, try to build Moya. But I don't think this move is bad. I think it's fine. It looks okayish. Like you take points, why not? Cannot be bad. Stone at N13 not in danger, so just in his exchange. Okay. Yeah, it's at this point, I think everything is fine. Don't know if you need this cut. Maybe just answering would be okay to answer with the group. Just big to answer here, let's say. This cut looks crazy a bit, but okay. Also, I don't think white gain anything from it. At this point, I think white is okay. The position is complicated, like really complicated. I think I would rather not cut there at all. I would just probably play somewhere here, try to destroy points, or this one, try to build shape, or I don't know, try to connect my groups, also okay, and build some more. Everything is fine, but this cut, I mean, even now I feel that something wrong with the shape and white. You destroy as white these points, this, which is not really points at this, like right now, so I don't think it's good. This is good. Maybe also white should answer here somehow, just to be sure that there is no cut. Now I feel like it might be, it feels like there is might be really bad sequence. Okay. Can we play here? I just try to, don't know if it's possible. To me it looks dangerous, but I don't know. It looks like even if this stones dies, it's not good for white. So there is some options. I don't really see how to play around it. This is also not, it's kind of same. So maybe this was a chance for black to make everything work. Okay. And also about this cut, this is not completely interesting, I would say, to cut here. Just jump would be okay, or playing there. This is looks the most natural move. I'm never afraid that black would play anything there. It doesn't look big. You can later cut, so maybe you can jump and play around that cut. This is also would be an option. But just cutting there doesn't look good. Yeah. And now it's kind of a problem. This looks like a big problem. About this one eye in Gotha, maybe it's better to try some moves like this and try to make a lot. Like there is a sequence with this move and with some semi, which is you try this in the end, and it's kind of like I think you need 8 or something. So you don't need eyes. In this case, we don't think about eyes. We need only about liberties. And maybe the moves like this will help you to build some extra liberties or eyes. For example, you play here, maybe like this, and this is might work better. Maybe some honey if it helps. Don't know if it helps, but this is would be more reliable. Maybe now you can capture. Maybe it would be more liberties than was in a game. In a game, it's just not enough liberties. Yeah, and it's not even close. Maybe you can try to take one more, but you have there 5. Here is 8. So not really enough. Okay, 6. Maybe maximum 7, but it's not even close. Yeah. I think the idea was that this cut was not necessary at all. Maybe as white if you think that the game is not good for white, but I'm not sure it's that bad. If you count points, it's still not clear. I think the game is close, relatively close. But I think the main idea that, like, maybe now it's worse than it was before. Like now, probably black is ahead. I think not that much. But the biggest issue was this cut. I don't know. It's just unnecessary at this point. Very difficult to find a reality when you get a lot. Only if black will make a big mistake, I think. So just play normal and still a long game. No reason to panic at this point. Yeah. Okay. Do you have questions about this game, or we can go to the next one? Okay. So next one. So this is the game between Robin Bacardas against Manuel Brasileiro. So okay, this is the old one. Usually we play not like this. I think this is mistake, this one. I think here we play like this. This, and this. This, and this. This is Joseki. Yeah. And this one, I would say it's a bit better for black. This shape, I don't like this shape for white, so there's a lot of problems there. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's good to answer here once. Maybe it's good. It feels like a good empty triangle. Maybe like this is better. I don't know. I'm not sure it's 1 for 2. It's even a good exchange. So this is good. Yeah. About this. This is the move that wouldn't even appear in my mind. For sure, you need to build some bamboo. Like here, and then run, connect, or the other one. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's connecting. Just try to think like this. If in your shape when you run there is Kosumi, then shape is bad. If you like, sometimes you have to play Kosumi because there is no other options, and it's not like that feels great. It just you don't have other options. If you have other options, most likely it's better to try the other options. And here, yeah, if you can build bamboo, bamboo is fine. I think maybe it would be better to play elsewhere than connecting like this. Like to play here, it still might be better than just playing there. Because just too bad to play with that shape. Okay. Yeah. Again, Kosumi. We should not play Kosumi. This like it's really painful to play Kosumi. You always will be so slow. Let's play this one and just maybe with this we can push again, then play here, here, and jump. Or jump like this. This shape is way better. For sure not Kosumi. Okay. This makes a lot of sense. Maybe now, if you're a black, maybe I would play something like this to try to capture the cut like that stone and try to live inside. Not always you need to run. And maybe here is better, or you could capture it like this. Maybe here is better to live already. Like, yeah, you, let's say black, white can cut, not cut, enclose it. But if you now check on the position, white have only bottom, and that's all. Black has all the rest. And like this, it's not that obvious that white is leading, for example. So maybe you can just stop running. About this looks like a good Tesuji. White get pawn. Okay, so I wouldn't be so upset for white. Yeah, this is fine. Kosumi, why not? I would be afraid of this move. It's kind of working. And I would play here for sure as black. This, and this. I think as white, I would try to play here, here, and Kema to enclose it somehow. More flexible shapes. Or again, I would play this Kema. I mean, because I feel like this is looks good. That's true, but it feels like I cannot also imagine me playing here because no one is going to cut like here. This is just too many cuts. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's better to play on bottom somehow, just to be sure that you will have something. Now, I really don't know what to do on this move. Like, is it enough? Let's say and jump. It feels super uncomfortable to play like this. So you don't have you have only one corner. This is very similar. About this Kosumi, I'm not sure. Maybe here, this one. Just more options. And I think it's already alive. You can try to play 5. Yeah. Or maybe it's risky. Don't know. Or looks like you can try to play something like this. For example, it looks more or less safe. You don't need points here just to leave. Okay. This is alive. Maybe now just Kosumi here. I think if black is alive with all groups, I would take black. This problem probably have to give up. Yeah, I think it's okay. This one, okay, minus. And then we try to kill it. And somehow it worked. I'm just thinking, is there is an option to leave somehow or not? Okay. Hane, Hane. I mean, aha, I see. There is, you cannot cut. I'm just thinking, well, maybe this one was not really the best. Maybe you can just try to leave there or try to leave here. Then black will cut. But this group is hard to kill. I think it should be alive. Maybe with this move, this, it should be alive. And yeah, I feel like it should be easier. Like this way, somehow. I'm just thinking, is there any option to leave? Okay. Doesn't really help. It's also not that helpful. Okay. Maybe this one is better, but I think at this point it's dead. Yeah. I don't think there is an option at this point. Maybe some cool moves like this, you can exchange it, may be helpful. Don't really know if it is, but if you can go like this, it still feels super dead. There's nowhere to run. So I think at this point it's already dead, and it's not really possible to do much. Maybe I'm just thinking, maybe you have the option to play like this. This is center, and then you can hope to get this Atari center, maybe. I'm just wondering, because now you can have hope some semi, which I don't know if it's working, but now maybe it's better shape. Maybe you can hope for something. But still, it looks like super dead. So I would say that it's just working. And then it means that on this move, or even before, you need to realize that there is a problem. You can maybe leave like this. Does it work? No, it still doesn't help. So I don't know, just doesn't feel like, maybe then you need to play this. And then here. This way it would work, but it's also minus points. Maybe you have to do like this when you spend an extra move here to defend the corner. Then it's fine. And then white would play something more simple, like this. And yeah, this is probably a close game. White also built some, so looks like okay for both. And this one, yeah, looks like again the black kind of live with everything, but not that comfortable. I think this was the key point. This uh, instead of this jump, I'm pretty sure you need to play something here, and maybe live with more active instead of J4. I think more active move would be cooler, like this, even like this, and this, for example. I think like this black is good. Now, if black Kosumi, where is the next move? Which Kosumi here? I mean, the way in the middle. Uh, okay, so instead of this, I think it would be like this, and you invade. You have to invade, yeah. And then probably, like, I mean, if you just play like this, I think black is relatively. I mean, this should be good for black because black managed to stabilize group. Also, didn't suffer much in the corner. But invasion is kind of a problem. I mean, if you can get this, it would be also good. But this is got at this point, and I also don't think it's good exchange. So I think you have to just accept it. Just play like this. And then just continue, hope that it's enough points. Yeah, something like this. But I think mm, this is not really still not that easy game. And I'm just thinking maybe it's, if it's possible, maybe it's, I want to play something like this even. Try to fight. Maybe this fight would be more interesting. Who knows? Or try to play like this. This. Connect. I mean, to try to really destroy the center. Meanwhile, you are alive. I like this one also. So maybe the same as in a game. Just instead of jump, you can play this. And it's not really like jump is center, but this is also not easy. Maybe white will have to play here. Then you can jump this and this. And then shape-wise, it's way better. You're alive, you destroy the center. So I think something went wrong. And when already black played this slow shape, which is not alive, and now I feel like also it gives white possibility to enclose really huge center. This is mostly a cache. And I think this was where it starts to become difficult for black. Yeah. But I think, yeah, like this, I think white is good here. If I just play on the bottom, we just continue. This, all this connection group is probably a minus, and yeah, and feels like white would be ahead. Maybe not so much, maybe like from 5 to 10 points, I guess, just from shapes, but yeah, black got a chance on the bottom for sure. Do you have maybe questions about this game? Okay, so let's go to another one. Uh, this one is the last. It's Matthew Cable again against Robin Bakartats. Okay. So this is the first move I never saw. Uh, to be honest, I'm not sure it's a, yeah, this is crazy Joseki, but I don't think it's like if you try to go with the crazy Joseki, there is a lot of options to go crazier and I think with better success. This is, I checked with the AI, it's like 3 points mistake. I think you can go with the mistakes which are easier. What I tried here, I tried cut this. This is like this I tried a lot. This is also a mistake, but this is mistake not that easy to really play around it, let's say. Something like this, this, and then, yeah, something, this. There is so many options. And this is way harder to, like this cut by itself, you can try this. And this is might be interesting for you to just study with AI and try it. By itself, it's mistake, but you can always get it. Like if you already try to play this kind of moves as black, try also this cut. This is way more reasonable. And also, it's no one is playing that, no one expects, and you can have really chaotic fight, as chaotic as here. Because here I feel like it's more or less easier to settle everything. I'm just thinking, what happens if we play like this? This, and this. Like we have to play here. Maybe on cut we maybe can take. So we have to play like this. I mean, I'm not sure it's bad even. It looks like just not easy. I don't know where to play as white. I think white should play here. I think it should be like this. Oh, I don't know. I never saw this. I think it should be something like this, but maybe like this. It's super crazy. It's very complicated, but I think this is mistake because I don't see an answer. I don't see a good answer. I think it's just bad for white. Maybe you can fight this, this, this. Maybe here. Hmm. But you need to find the move at 10. Maybe it's also, I'm not sure it's working with the connection. So, like this. It looks super crazy. And I'm not sure even if black dice is bad. I think you should try this. The game was not good. This was not good, for sure. Mm, okay. This feels like black didn't get anything. What was the options here? Maybe just extend? Still bad. Well, maybe better. Maybe better. Maybe this is, yeah. R17, yeah, it feels like that didn't work, but I think at this point this is better. This and just get some influence. Maybe Gotha, yeah, it feels like something, but yeah, this way. Maybe again, maybe you have to play like this. Maybe you have, I mean, one is necessary. One and Hane is necessary because you kind of destroy the shape. Then maybe you need to play this and try to sacrifice it somehow. Maybe with this and some Keima. This looks like some Joseki. There is a big problems with shape. Like I don't know how to answer this. Maybe it also doesn't work. So maybe then you need to play Kosumi. But at least something. The way it was in the game, it just in theory you give really a lot. Okay. This is fine. Maybe this is very good also time to try this Joseki. For example, this, and then try to push somehow. Or I don't know what is the best move to attack it. Maybe just like this. Or like this. The same. I think that exchanges can be useful. Okay. Maybe it's good even to also answer this. For sure, it's not a minus. Like 1 for 2. I don't know if it's this one is plus. This is a bit tricky. Like looks like white get points, but also black becomes stronger. So, so and this was your chance. You just cut and see what happens. I think this is a huge overplay. Like not overplay. I mean, this is like a chance, and here white really is good. And I think both of you knows that white is good. So you need to, for white, you need to play safer for sure. Now it's two groups. Maybe you can get something. This is too easy for white. Like this Moyo, yeah. It just only once that black has. Okay. Also, this one, I mean, I have a feeling that this game is very strange. Black is not really answering the moves on white, even though Black is trying to play Gotha. I mean, when you are behind, you always try to get something extra. Like playing A is more or less, I would say it's an end game move. Like, or the making game more easier. Like we are playing calmer. We defend, white defend. When you are behind, it's never an option. I think I would be okay as black to play here right now, or something, or this. I mean, about this I'm not sure, but at least this. The move that provokes white to answer, and then you can get something. Then you can be more efficient. This one you usually play when you are winning, like everything is great, and you're like, okay, then I defend points on top. Then it works. Now I feel like situation becomes worse. Like it's way harder for black to really do something. Cut. Okay. Um, maybe here, I don't know if it works and how it works, but I think you need to cut with this. Um, reason for that, just shape-wise, it would be a bit harder for white later. When you cut here, there is some crosscuts which might be the problem, or another cut. Here on another cut, you can just cut it, and maybe you can hope for a kill that group. Like, yeah, now it would be so nice to play this cut after the cut. So, most likely, or I would also consider this, but the shape-wise, it's just not allow you to cut this straight away. But usually this straight away cut is better. Hmm. Okay. I'm just thinking maybe you have to accept it, accept the trade, and try to build maybe center. I don't know. It's not great, but I don't think you can kill this. This is doesn't look like it's dead. Yeah, especially now you have to play this, but you cannot. So maybe you can. I don't know. I didn't count that. Maybe it works like this. I mean, if you're already going for that, I think this should also do, it shouldn't work. But if you're already playing like this, maybe you can play this go at least. But if you're already playing, then maybe you should go till the end like this. And it's not important how like this would be in my eyes if you let white live like this. Um, that's also this is alive. I think you cannot kill it. Play here, we play here. This one, we play this. So, it's just alive. Yeah, now the game looks over. Also, for white, I think I wouldn't even try to kill everything. A group on the left is completely alive or not. Maybe just play something like this. This build an eye, play Kema, play Gema, and yeah. Just, yeah, something like that. You don't need to cut that. I mean, it worked, and probably it also should work. But yeah, this is just unnecessary. Yeah, shapes are problematic. Also, it's alive. I'm just thinking, was there is an option for black to play some cool move to save everything? Maybe this, and this, or yeah, there's this and this, or something. I'm just trying to find a way, but I feel like probably there is no way there. Yeah, feels like it's just not working at this point. Yeah. And now it's dead. And I think, you know, even if you don't go with this one, if you play the different one, let's say you play here, I mean, this is just a life. You cannot really kill it. So in reality, it was not working. But I feel like there was one Joseki. This was for black. One Joseki that went wrong. Here you get a really chance to capture everything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe here you can go like this, this. This is not 50-50, but I think black at least had 40% to kill it. This is not easy, yeah. So white should play something on the other place and play create. But if white runs, I think it's at least 50-50. Maybe, yeah, black at least have a decent chance. This is one. And the second one, it was this one. It's a safe move. You need to move that provokes white. I don't know. Attach doesn't look good. Where to play for white instead? I think everything is fine. Just maybe here, maybe this. Uh, Maybe just run. Yeah, I mean everything is fine. It's not like there is a bunch of problems, and also it's not necessary you need to live with the stone. You can sacrifice, destroy the center. Just this is a bad exchange, and also now after for white, I think you need to play something like this to connect everything. Like running too risky, and he needs to play two. I just it's not so easy to make this kind of move, make this kind of decisions. That yeah, I made a probably wrong decision, and now I need to use this move. The options that I can leave a bit not direct. This is not easy. Yeah, but this is probably like 2 or 3 points mistake. It's not a big deal if you can use it. If you will just leave it, it might be bigger. Yeah, uh, and this one. This was the other one. So you need to try to attack. I think when you attack, the game probably is bad, but you are still, as black, you are still in this game. Like as far as white is not alive, there is still a lot of room to kind of make a big mistake. And this is what you are looking for. This is, yeah, white made mistake and you can come back. With this one, white just, I think white can even just jump. And there is no mistake anymore. Now white is safe. Black jump, white jump. We start to play endgame, and white have more. This is how it can be after. Even with this, it's harder because you start the fight where you have like one stone a bit faster. Okay. Do you have maybe questions about this game? Okay, cool. So that's all for today. Thanks for joining. Hope you like it. And yeah, see you next time.